Good evening, YouTube. Who's your Piper, aka Mark, coming at you. Sorry about the low light conditions. I'm filming this VR to Pipeterian, and just wanted to get this in because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it in any other way. Somewhat like the bearded Bristol, I have run out of time to find a creative venue as Pipeterian has requested, but I wanted to get this VR in because I wanted to give some, at least my take on his question, which is, how is the YTPC like a church? And I am of the Christian faith. Don't talk about it a lot. At one time, from 2003 to 2013, I actually was a minister and in a church. I quit that, traveled overseas, lived overseas for a while, worked with a anti-human trafficking organization. Anyways, there is a verse in the Bible that talks about the diversity of the church, and it talks about how out of every nation, every tribe, every tongue, every people group, there will be followers of Jesus Christ. Now, as a Midwest white American male, my image of God was this. I assumed God was white, and I assumed God spoke English, just because that's the way my mind worked. And as a very young person in my Christian faith, when I was in my mid-30s, that all came to a crashing explosion when I went to, the first time I ever traveled out of the country, I went to Puebla, Mexico. I flew into Mexico City, got on a bus, traveled several hours into Puebla, Mexico, and arrived that night. And as we were with the missionary that was down in Mexico, gathered around this church comprised of Mexicans, the pastor of that church stated he was going to pray. Our missionary said he was going to pray, and he was going to translate for us. And my mind literally just got blown when that pastor prayed in Spanish. And I was like, oh my God, God is not a Caucasian English-speaking fellow. And I know that sounds silly, and I know that sounds unbelievable, but that was when I had the first realization that God was not English. And that was such an important crisis moment for me, because then, as I now have traveled all around the world, and I have lived in places around the world and visited places around the world, whether it's Guatemala, El Salvador, Haiti, Thailand, Cambodia, even in Europe, I just have grown to appreciate the diversity of the church, and just the diversity in that the Christian faith is comprised of people from every nation, every tribe, every tongue, and we can learn so much from one another. And actually, my faith helped my understanding of my role in this world, being a Caucasian male. So fascinating. Now, how's that like the YTPC? The thing that I appreciate the most about the YTPC, and this is why I chose this topic, is diversity. It's diverse. I follow channels from people all over the world, and they have this one thing in common. This one thing. It's pipe smoking, pipe tobacco, their love and appreciation of tobacco. Venezuela, Russia, Papua New Guinea, Europe, England, Germany, Canada, Wisconsin. We have a very diverse community, and that is what I appreciate the most. In fact, some of my most favorite channels are channels that are produced, are pipe presenters from places other than the U.S. And so that is how I view the YTPC and the church being similar. We are a diverse community, and yet we all have congregated around one common idea, one common belief that pipe tobacco is good and it is best consumed in a pipe. And that's what's drawn us all together. And you know what? There are people in this pipe community who do not speak English, and that's a great thing, because it lends to the beauty of this community, this multifaceted community to which we belong. And so, Pipeterian, congratulations on your subs. I apologize for this very dark, there we go, this very dark background or set that I'm on as I'm driving, ironically, to pick up my daughter from a church event. Congratulations, blessings to you and your channel. Hope that you do reach your 1,000 sub goal. That's quite the goal, and I like the fact that you're pumped up about it and that you're wanting to do that. So I'm going to end this now. I hope this has kind of provided a little different take on the YTPC and the church community likenesses. And until next time, who's your piper?